Hello, Familia. Welcome back. You guys, I switched up my lighting. Let me know what you think. Do you see a difference? I see a slight difference. I feel like I'm not as warm as I was before, but I don't know. Let me know because I'm always changing things up, trying to improve every single time. So hi, I'm Magdalene Janet. If you don't know who I am makeup free except for my eyelids. I put a little bit of Morphe because we know we love her. Today, we are doing a full face of NYX Cosmetics. I went to the store. I got products I didn't have because you know how I did my makeup declutter. I got rid of a lot of old stuff and a lot of that stuff was NYX, low-key. First thing is NYX Cosmetics. If you don't know who they are, we all know who they are, but they are an affordable drugstore brand at Ulta, Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, all the stores. And what I really like about them, their products are really great. Also affordable in the sense it's always going to be either $8, $9, $10, always an even number. Most powder products of theirs are less than $10, maybe 12. You know, things are expensive. But one of the things I love is the products are really good and they always feel like high-end. We're gonna start off with their new Lingerie's lip stains. I really like this because first of all, it's a lip stain. Secondly, look how thin the applicator is. You're gonna get the finest, thinnest lines ever. This product went viral for a reason because it is that good. I always like to put a lip stain on just to give the face a little bit of color. I add one of these on. Actually, no, let me add their other. This is the Hydrating Gloss Serum. This is a lip stain as well. This is the shade Splash Spice. So Steamy Spice and Splash Spice. Both of these products went viral for a reason. I lip swatch both of these. I love them. Another thing NYX does well is eyebrows. They have so many eyebrow products that, girl, I could barely keep up. When I went to the store, I was like, wait, I forgot how many products they have. For example, they have the NYX glue. I really like the colored one. This is the dark brown. It just gives my sparse brows so much color. They have the new brow glue. That does glue down, but I feel like it doesn't glue my type of eyebrows down as well as I would like it. My favorite has to be the Thick It Stick It. This one is actually old. I bought this one when I went to Ulta 2 days ago and I realized the one I had was really old, so I had to restock. My favorite shade is Espresso. Looks like this. We're gonna use this today. These are my two eyebrow pens and pencils from NYX that are amazing. This pen, my holy grail for years and years, and this pencil, I love how sharp it is. The beauty about this is like it has like a bit of a thicker applicator, right? Ooh, girl, hold on. When you have sparse brows, you kind of have to wipe off some product just because this will happen. Oops. Brush the product in the brows, right? Let me like blend that out. Brush it. This is gonna give you a quick brow and your eyebrows are gonna stick down. Look how quick that is. Ooh. This is how the eyebrow looks, not cleaned up. So good, huh? I like to use the side of the applicator instead of kind of the tip so that you don't deposit too much product, right? You're gonna let it dry like 10 seconds and then this is no lie though. This is my good brow. So this brow will always, not always, but this season, it's like the better brow. See how just much better it looks than this one? This one, she's funky, she's struggling. They don't want to be distant cousins. They don't even want to be sisters. Okay, this is their neutral tan shade, but this is like their color corrector concealer that they released, I don't know, a bit ago. This is kind of too dark. Soft beige, yeah, little soft beige, yeah. I want more of a highlighted eyebrow. You see the difference? Oh yeah. So classic tan, it's actually my foundation shade. That's why I got it. Okay, let's clean up. Oh my gosh, this is so creamy. Oh my gosh, before I forget, I will tag everything down here. You will see pop-ups coming up on screen and it's the products that I'm using. If you do click on my tags and or buy, it does help my channel out so much, but of course, never any pressure. I will also link everything down below for you so that you have it there too. As always, I will have all the shades I used, where to buy everything. I went to Ulta mainly to buy like the remaining products that I Look at this. Oh my gosh. I got super excited telling you about the tags. It's like removed. I bought the majority at Ulta, but I know Walmart has a good selection of NYX and Target. Okay, how the eyebrows look. I want my makeup to look good today because my niece is staying with me this weekend and we're gonna have a seafood boil today. She's been craving it, so I'm like, we're gonna go. We're gonna have a little lunch date. All right, now that the eyebrows have been locked in, I like to go one more time just to seal them. And this way I can see all the sparse brows, the sparse areas. You see all of that? Again, this is the trifling eyebrow. This is the good brow. And when you go like a second time, it gives it that like reinforcement. This is also a glue, so it sticks the brows down. Speaking of eyebrows, let me show you the pencil. This is the shade Brunette. And look at the shape of this. You see how flat that is? That will just give you the best lines, and it's pretty pigmented, and it's not a very waxy eyebrow pencil. A lot of eyebrow pencils tend to be extremely waxy. This one is not. And then we're gonna get the brow pen. This is the shade Ash Brown. You know this is my jam. We're gonna fill in all of the sparse brows. Sparse spots that we have. My tail is very sparse because I accidentally shaved it off. Why I did that, I don't even know, but I did. Luckily it grew back. Then I like to get the front just gently. Brows are snatched. Look, but this one has this arch because of that one piece. So what we like to do here is get our micellar water and let's clean this up. A lot of you guys want to see more drugstore makeup, and I'm so down to do it. I'm so excited to give you guys the tea. Of course, I'm gonna do high-end too, always. I will definitely focus on drugstore this year. You know what? I wanna tap my lip a little. Ooh, look at that color. Okay, next order of business is NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals. I just talked about this palette when I was doing my declutter. How much I like it because it has like all the shades that a girl needs. I don't know why I'm starting with this brown. I wanted to start off light, but maybe that's not the vibe for today. So I'm gonna get that shade and put it right here. Ooh, yeah. I was thinking, since we're in winter and all, should I do like a cranberry look? I just feel like cranberry shades always call my name. My niece is sleeping too, so I'm not as loud as I usually am. It's because I don't want her to hear me too much. Because low-key, I still kind of get shy when I film in front of people. Because one, I don't really film in front of people, period. And two, I've been doing social media for a really long time. I'm gonna clean my brush, but it's awkward to just talk to a camera. It's like a fact. That's the fact of the gig, which is why I thrive alone. You know, I definitely don't shy away from filming in front of people, especially if I'm at an event or something. I would be lying if I said it's not awkward. I mean, awkward is not the right word. Maybe, yeah, a little awkward, sure. Let's just grab this shade right here. Oh girl, we just need the finger. This big piece fell here. Brush, like right here. Then we're just gonna like smooth it out here. See how it looks kind of harsh? We're gonna get our blending brush again. We're gonna get probably like this shade. This shade's a little lighter. This palette, I've had it for years and I still use it because it's that good. I'm gonna tap it back in. Blend, blend, blend. I'm gonna get this clean brush and just start blending because I went too in the inner corner. It looks a mess right now, but you'll see how I clean it up so it doesn't look a mess. We're gonna go back in with that light shade. Make sure we blend. This brush I use, we're gonna get this light. Really just blend these edges, girl. Oh yeah, just to clean it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we needed that because I was like, sometimes I need to clean it up before I could see the full vision. I'm gonna do this eye in 3, 2, 1. I'm back. And I realized this eye is better than this one, right? I need something deeper. I need more depth. So we're gonna tap in this one like a smidge. Wait, which eye was it that I like? That deeper shade is gonna go here. You guys, I went to a premiere, to the Wuthering Heights premiere last 2 days ago. Oh my god, it was so cool. My friend Celia invited me. I was her +1. She came to my apartment. We got ready. It was like such a fun girls' day. Like I did her makeup, her hair, I got ready, I got my hair done. It was so much fun. I hadn't had like a girls' day like that in years. Always nice to be with the girls. I had such a fun time. Premieres are so cool. They're so intense, and the thing about it is, like, I grew up in Hollywood. This premiere was in Hollywood, and it's just like a full circle moment that I grew up literally down the street from where that premiere was. Look at your girl now, you know? I think this is too long. We're gonna have to shorten her because it's looking a little, sometimes it just be too long, you know? I'm trying to do a daytime look, but this daytime look is gone. So let's do a wing. In addition to, recently started using the Epic ink liner. This is the shade Black. Oh my gosh. You know, they've reformulated this Epic ink liner a few times. I'm using the latest formulation. Honestly, I like it. I think it's very pigmented, very dark, and it gets the job done. I always like to do a bit of a thin wing. The reason for that is because I don't wear falsies. I don't want my wing to completely take over. I still want you to see my eyelashes. Not this wing. This is when we get my cellar water. I always have my cellar water right here at my desk because it be's a mess all the time. You always want to do your eyeliner like with your eyes open. You know what's happening, and this is how you normally, you know, stare and look. My wings are not the same. I need to get rid of this right here. This is my best eyeliner work? No, but it'll do, it'll do. NYX doesn't have great mascaras from what I know. I do love the new Milani one, so we're gonna use this one. I always like to do my mascara first so that we give it time to dry down. NYX literally just released these mascaras. Wow, they're not mascaras. These foundations. So I have 3 shades because I was trying to find my tone. I find that first, these run very warm, and 2, I think I need to mix 2 shades. Shade 17 medium olive, it's light and too warm, so that's not gonna work. I want to show you though before we prime how this shade looks. This is the tone 16. She's light. This is Classic Tan 20, which usually I am the shade Classic Tan, but the thing about these foundations is that they oxidize a lot. So Classic Tan looks good here, right? This looks too light. But you see, you can see the oxidation happening right now. I'm going to have to mix. My foundation doesn't look too deep. It may look good like on camera. A lot of times things look good on camera, but then in daylight when I'm looking at myself, especially like in the car and the car like visor mirror, I'm like, whoa, my foundation does not match. NYX has 3 primers that I really love. I went to buy all of these because I wanted a restock. NYX Blur Screen, it is a blurring sunscreen primer. I love this so much. It does blur your skin beautifully. This is their newest one, the Face Glue. It is the most stickiest glue primer ever. And then they have the Plump Right Back. I like this one. If you have dry skin, this would be perfect because it's very hydrating and it has a little bit of stick to it. I feel like this blurs too. Start with the glue. Since this one's the newest one, let's use it. This, oh, I find is very sticky. It literally looks like Elmer's glue. Yeah, there we go. Let's go like this. Oh, I think I added too much. Surprised? No. With these primers, because they're sticky, you want to let it dry down. And I did add a little too much, so we're just gonna let that dry. So be back, because this is super wet. We need major dry down, maybe like a minute or 2. Okay, skin. Oh yeah, this is sticky, look. Oh. So our makeup is going to stick. This is the Blur Screen. I bought this, I reviewed it, and I used it entirely up. And I'm so happy I'm using it again because I get to restock my stash. And this has sunscreen. It has a chemical sunscreen. You know, I'm a mineral sunscreen girl. But it does a great job of blurring. You can always double up on your primers. I typically tend to do that, especially I've been doing that I feel like a lot. So it's not like an issue that you can't do. Usually when I double up the primers, it's because I want something sticky here, for example, and then I want something to blur the pores. NYX has had this foundation brush forever and ever, and I've been using it forever and ever. I love it. While we let this dry, let's start mixing our foundation. Always want to shake your foundation. So this is the shade Classic Tan. See how warm that is? And then this is Natural Beige, the lighter tone. Let's mix-a-roo. What I've been doing lately is leaving this here or wherever, however you apply your foundation, let it oxidize, and then as it oxidizes, put it on your face. So you just know what the shade you're working with is. As you guys know, or if you don't, I am a medium to tan skin tone with the neutral undertone. I can hint a little bit, like a smidge, into the olive tones. But this just runs entirely too warm, this entire line, which sucks because the foundation is really nice. This primer is nice and dry. Let's start tapping. This is a soft matte foundation. What I found with this foundation that works the best is, you see it as I'm applying it, you want to let it dry a little bit, dry down onto your face. If you quickly, directly onto your face to start blending it, it moves around a lot. We're gonna give it a second or two. I'm gonna prime my brush. Make sure I have a good amount of product so when I blend it, it all meshes in well. Oh, she's full coverage. Look, the formula is nice. If you could find your perfect shade, you're good. When I went to Ulta, they didn't have the display out because I was gonna buy a fourth shade because I'm really trying to figure out what is my shade. When I saw it wasn't there, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not meant for me to buy 4 of the same foundation shade. Ooh, skin. She's like a full coverage girl, but it doesn't feel full coverage and it won't like dry down full coverage. My God, look how warm this looks. I want to get a sponge and just press this in. So give us a much more skin-like look. Because I think I put too much. Look at the lip. It looks good. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm missing? And I didn't see is a setting spray from NYX. I could have sworn I got one. Did I not? I didn't. Okay. It is currently 8:37. This is how the foundation looks. Okay, as always, we're gonna let this dry down. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. This is gonna allow the foundation to really adhere onto our skin. You always wanna give your foundation a little bit of dry down time. Not necessarily 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however much time you have. I'm really thinking about, I completely forgot a setting spray. And I was at Ulta looking like I'm gonna grab it. I was thinking of getting the marshmallow one because I really, really like that one. And I also thought of getting this one. I had it, but I think I got rid of it in my declutter. You know, my declutter, I got very, very throwing away happy. This is now the first time I realized I shouldn't have thrown that one product away, you know, but it's okay. Oh, it's been, exactly 10 minutes. I made my coffee. Ooh, this feels good. Look at the skin. This is how it looks dried down. You get a soft matte finish, which isn't bad. I really like it. Just let me blend a little bit. So NYX doesn't have a liquid bronzer. Went ahead and just got this one. This is the Pro Fix-It Stick in the shade Walnut. We're gonna use it as a cream bronzer. They'll do. They'll make do for what we need. Something like that. Woo. Okay, now grab the product, cream it up a little bit, brush. Oh yeah, this is cute. Oh yeah, wow, this color is very pretty. It's not warm. I won't look like a Oompa Loompa. Not too cool either. I think though, because it's new, the best way is to warm it up on your hand and then warm it up on the brush, or warm the product with the brush and then apply it so that you get a much more seamless application. Yeah. That looks good. And then the nose is kind of dab, dab, dab. I like to go just around like that. Just give us a bit of color. I think I'm gonna add a little more. You know how I get. You know how I get. Wow, this is nice. These sticks are really good. They're intended to be like concealer / color correctors. I remember using them and they were so creamy, which means you can use them for everything else, mostly everything. These Fat Cheeks Juicy Liquid Blushes from NYX. These are also fairly new. I kind of want to mix, but I think I'm gonna stick to this one because it's kind of gonna match our eyes a little more. These are very lightweight. Ooh. I did this the first time. Oh my gosh, spilled all over. Remind me of watercolor. It's very thin, very watery. A little bit goes a long way, and if you literally go like this, it's gonna spill like I just did. But they have nice pigment. That's the thing. When I first used them or like felt the texture, I was like, I don't know about this. This seems a little too gimmicky, finicky, but what I did was add it like that. You know, as always, let it dry a little bit. We're gonna get a sip of our cafecito, another NYX brush, and then blend. This is a very wet product. You want to make sure you put it on a surface that it won't pull off. Wet products tend to do that. They'll just move everything around, which is why they're usually recommended for you to just wear it on your bare skin like a no makeup. I like to use the product in a way that we can, you know, it looks like we have makeup on. So while we let that dry, because I'm gonna build a little bit, let's go back to the sticks. Have the yellow one, which is the color correcting stick. I really like this because it's creamy. Sometimes creamy products tend to be heavy, or they can be heavy. These I love that when you warm it up on your hand, it becomes so creamy where it feels like a cream, like a pot cream. Like either the NARS or whatever else comes in a pot. All I could think of is the NARS. So we're gonna do that. Let's blend this out like that, right? Just to give us that wash of color. I will tag these products here for you on the screen. When you see pop-ups, those are the tags that help me so much. Use this Huda Beauty brush. It's a concealer brush. Looking at the brushes I'm picking, when I do drugstore makeup, I always like to use drugstore brushes, but I realize I need to go wash my brushes. Look at this highlighting action. Look at this. So what this is doing, we are color correcting this discoloration that I have. My discoloration is like purples and blues. So yellow and peach tend to cancel and neutralize that out, which is what I'm doing right now. I love these cream sticks, they're called. Speaking of fave, remember how viral these went? These NYX Serum concealers. These released during the pandemic. These are new though. I kind of stopped using them because you know how it is. We always start using the newest because it's low-key my job. However, I really like these 6 years later. Bomb. I'm trying to see what shades I have. Oh, this is beige and medium. Medium's too deep. I was using medium back in the day. Let's see how medium looks. I didn't think medium was this deep. Oh, and then let's do beige. Should we just mix? Yeah, beige is too light. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to mix. But you see that texture? It's kind of thick. The reason why these went viral because it's a serum concealer, but it doesn't feel or look like a serum concealer. It looks thick, but as you apply it, it thins out very nicely. When I want my concealer to look bomb, this is how I apply it. I have an itch here. Oh my gosh, with the hair. Apply my concealer. I like to just apply on this portion in the front of my eye there. I'm gonna just do a little bit here because this should be enough to blend it all the way out there. Then we'll spread this out. And one of my favorite ways to apply concealers like this to clean up the bronzer like such. I would use a NYX, but I don't have NYX right now, so we're gonna use Morphe. Spray our face. We're gonna dry her down if I can. Because this concealer is serum, it does not ever dry down matte. So it's perfect if you have a lot of creasing, if you like a natural makeup, hell, if you want full coverage, this concealer is so good. Okay, I'm gonna get my foundation brush and blend out the outer perimeter or like the perimeter of my face. And I'm just tapping. The reason I'm using my foundation brush is so that it all meshes together nicely and I don't have like demarcation lines. And I'll get my bronzer brush again, just kind of tap and tap so we don't have that like harsh line there. Tap here as well. I'm going to get my concealer brush, which is smaller, and concentrate on all the smaller areas on my face. Now the concealer has been dried for a little bit, maybe like a good minute. We could start blending down and off to the side. I like to have the concealer dry down a little bit so that it adheres to your skin and it allows us to get the best and most pigment out of the product. Ooh, I do need a little more blush, huh? Because she's a light light blush. Ugh, I forget how good this concealer is. Love it. We're gonna get some matte setting spray now. I like to use this when I'm done blending everything out. My idea for doing this is that everything just sticks down since it's blended and everything. Idea is for it just to stay like this. If you don't want to use powders, this is a good replacement for powders. I was doing that for a little bit, especially in the summertime, which I wasn't using powders, and I really find that setting spray is a great replacement for setting powder. Speaking of setting powder, these might be the star of the show, the new NYX Wonder Snatch. I have two tones, Sugar Serve, which is kind of translucent warm, and then Peach Posse, which is peach, great for my face. This one I will use for the under eyes to also give us like a bright look. Let's get our Juvia's Place Powder Puff. Let's start with the light one. I'm gonna start actually with a brush. So a brush is gonna allow us to deposit a small amount of product in our under eye area. Because I have very creasy under eyes, I've been doing this method first, and I really like how my under eyes end up looking. I've been hearing you guys telling me how much you love this powder because I just did a powder roundup video. Oh, the video before this one, the way you guys were like, I love this powder and it's so new. I'm like, yeah, this powder is bomb. It's super soft, super finely milled. It blurs your skin and it's not heavy. That's the thing that I really love, is how not heavy it is. So I'm gonna get this. This is gonna be first. I'm gonna make sure all my creases are blended out. Grab the powder. This is the shade Sugar, what was it? Let me see, hold on. Sugar Served. I like to tap, tap, tap to get in here. This way is going to deposit a lot less powder in your under eyes, which will make your under eyes look smoother and less textury. As great as setting powder is, it will create texture and it will accentuate wrinkles, texture, fine lines, those types of things. It's just the name of the game. That's how it is. I'm gonna get the powder puff now. The powder puff is gonna deposit more product. This is gonna give us like that snatched look. I like to add it here, right where I have like the discoloration in my under eyes. I don't like to do it in my entire under eye area, just here, and then we're gonna kind of let it sit. In the meantime, as we let that sit, we're gonna get Peach Posse. With Peach Posse, I like to get, you know, have that flawless look. Press it in our palm. Make sure everything's nice and seamless. Start the setting process. At this point, our base has been on for a little bit, so it's not super wet. It has some dry down. It's not completely dry down because we're using cream product, but anytime you set your skin, you want to make sure you don't set it down when your skin is completely wet, because you're gonna get spots. A lot of like spots with powder, so some powder is gonna stick to certain wet spots. That's why I always recommend to just give your makeup some dry down time. If you don't have a lot of time to have your makeup dry down, give it like a minute or two. I just have nothing but time today, and I woke up early so I can film and just take my time. I love this. My first setting round, I just like to press it in, right? Because I typically do about 2 setting rounds, I would call it. And I just like to set, press, press, press. The more you press, the more flawless your makeup will look. While this is setting, I love, you already know, love these bronzers. I have a bunch of shades, but oh no, I just have 2 shades. Oh, Butter Biscuit, this is my restock, brand spanking new one, because my original looks like this. I was also using the shade Butter Off. This has more of a red tone, but let's mix both of these. Butter Biscuit though is my favorite one. Butter Biscuit, look at this pigment. Oh my. Let's blend it here. I'm gonna tap in a little bit of Butter Off, literally 1 tap because we know. Then we're gonna start tapping around and setting down that bronzer. This is truly my favorite bronzer at the drugstore. It is the best bronzer ever. I've tried using others and they're great, they're good. I mean, Milani, the new one, is up there too. This right here has been a favorite for, I don't know how long these have been out. I think a little over a year. Oh, love. Okay, Okay, I did buy a new one because at this point I'm collecting them all. Oh, it's here. Just kidding. I have more. I have 6 shades now. These are the butter blushes. They come in so many shades. I bought the shade You Know Butter. Why not add more blushes to the collection? Low-key, I need to stop buying these blushes because I have way too many. This is it. Oh, it's a shimmer. So they come in different finishes. This is too shimmery for me. This one, for example, is a matte. This is Had Butter. You see that? First of all, you see the pigment and it's matte. Ugh, I love. This one, You Better Know, has a bit of shimmer, but very pigmented. The pigment here, I need to be careful. Oh, look at that shimmer. Okay, this is a lot of shimmer though. I don't think I like all that shimmer. My Butter half, she's like a pinky tone. Oh, I'm blushed up. Very blushed. NYX also has these highlighters. This is Glaze It Butter. Let's add a little bit of highlight. You know, I'm not a big highlight girl, but we're doing it for today. I'm gonna blend that here and just add it on top with my finger. They also have this one too, a whole melt. And I think it would pair well with the powder here. Again, I'm gonna blend it and then just like add it here. I'm gonna grab, remember my brush? I'm gonna start blending this out. Then remember we're doing a second set. I'm gonna grab more powder. Going to cut the cheeks, make sure I look snatched. Go like that, keep that there. One of my favorite powders is these right here, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I'm in the shade Tan. I always like to use this one as a finisher. Although it's a foundation powder, you can use it as a foundation powder, but I like to always brush all this off and finalize it with this powder because it gives you a nice flawless look. Get this brush. This is the shade Tan. This is another staple product that went viral for a reason because it is so pigmented. It gives you such a flawless, beautiful look. It sets your makeup down. It's pretty matte, so it's perfect for us oily skin girls. Do this action. Oh, so nice. It just finishes everything up so beautifully. My blush is blushing. Oh my goodness. Look at the skin. We're not even done. Okay, now that our skin is done, last round of setting spray, we're gonna use the matte again. Make sure this is dry. And as your skin is kind of damp, not wet and not dry, we're gonna go back in with the dry brush products, like the bronzer, the powder, most importantly. We're gonna tap the blush. Not us looking like we just spent high-end dollars with a full face of NYX makeup. Look at the skin. What you think? Good, huh? And then I like to always reinforce my steps, original steps. We're gonna go back in because at this point, powder has kind of fallen on our eyebrows. Things have moved around. Since I do my eyebrows first, I always like to go back and reinforce this step. It's like we're just sealing the deal. I just added a little lower lash action. One of my favorite new products that NYX released, I mean among so many, but this is one. This is also one, is the Epic Inky Stick. They have in brown, well they have a bunch of shades. They have in black. I want to use the brown just to bring out a little bit of the red of the eyeshadow. This is Ember Energy. Look how thin this is. And you see it has this flat shape where it fits extremely well in your eye area. And you go like that to bring up the product. To just add it here, very close to the lash line. Waterline. It is so creamy. NYX released their OG coffee brew again. However, word on the internet street is that the shade is not the same from the original cold brew. I'm pretty sure I've tried it, but I don't have it to compare. I'm just gonna go by what the internet is talking about. is that apparently this, not only is it not the same, it's allegedly for all skin tones, and a lot of darker skin creators have tried it and it's like, no, this actually does not look like the original one. I'm running out of hand space. Let's use this clean hand, and this is how it looks. It's like a red brown undertone. You can see how red it is. I would like for it to be more brown, but this is kind of reminding me of mahogany. No, mahogany is a little red from MAC. But speaking of, look at the lip stain liner. You see how it's still there? These stains really do stain, and I really like it because it just gives you a wash of color and it keeps you having like some lip product on, you know? Look at this. Oh yeah, it's red. It's nice. It's nice. I think it's a good brown tone for my skin tone. It does have a lot of red in it, more than I anticipated. So let's use Soft Smile. This is too warm for what we have going on. This has like a moussey feel to it, and they dry down a little matte. This type of formula, you either love it or hate it, because it's basically a matte bomb. Oh my god, this lip is good. What shade is this? Swipe Sesh. I'm gonna get the lip liner again. Blend. And we can't have a NYX video without the butter glosses. This is in the shade Cinnamon Roll. This has a bit of a cool tone. Just a little bit. When I first swatched these, I made a video of a lip swatch of NYX. This was one of my first videos that did very, very, very well. This is around the time when I was like, okay, I think my lip swatches are actually helping people pick, especially the way I do my lip swatches in studio lighting and in daylight. It was kind of that aha moment. Oh yeah, this lip is bomb. Okay, little lip combo. So we have Swipe Sesh, Cinnamon Roll Gloss, and OG Cold Brew. I like a lot. I legit feel so bonita. This drugstore makeup, girl. Although my blush, hold on, do we need to blend it out a little bit? Or is it I think the highlight, it's reflecting where I'm thinking it's not blended, but in person it looks blended. Wow, NYX, wow. My bad on the setting spray because I completely forgot it, but everything else here I absolutely love. The only thing I wasn't convinced about is the blush shade that I chose. You see all this glow? It's all the blush. I think it's too much shimmer for my personal liking, but you guys know how much I love these blushes. These blushes are truly some of my favorite, especially like the matte formula, as I add more blush, because why not? I love the blushes, just the shade, it was my bad. Everything else is great. The eyebrows, the foundation. Again, the foundation, the shades are very warm. That happens to be a very common thing at the drugstore, but the formula is very nice, very pigmented. It lasts all day. It gets better with time. Of course, we're going to do a wear test. I'll probably do a wear test until 5 p.m. today. We started at around 8:30, so that'll be a long enough time. And I want to show you guys the skin in daylight. But look at the skin. Look at the eyes, brows, eyeliner, lips. I really love this lip combo. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do. Beautiful. The lip stain, this combo right here, if you want wash of color to your lips, if you don't wear a lot of makeup, a lip product is always an instant kind of like pop of color to your face. The invention of lip stains, girl, bomb. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts about the full face of NYX Cosmetics. Let me know which other one brand makeup tutorial you want to see. Kind of eyeing Milani. Milani has some good stuff, and I think they have enough stuff for a full face. If you want to see another brand, let me know. I'm so excited to do this. Maybe do it once a month. Let's go in front of the window so you can see how things look in daylight. I will see you at the end of the day. And if you made it all the way here, you know you're a real one. Okay, see you later. In front of the window, what do you think? Do we have 2016 glam? It really feels like a 2016 glam. 2026? I don't know. Look, under eyes look so good. I was really looking at my under eyes right now, and my skin, that powder really makes everything so blurred and flawless. The blush, you see the highlight here that I was telling you about? It looks different in daylight. Bronzer and everything, bomb, bomb. I feel very pretty today. When the makeup turns out well, it's always gonna be a good day, you know? Okay. See you later. This is how my skin looks. It's almost 5. It looks really good. And I did my shrimp boil and nothing was disturbed. I love it. NYX is such a good brand. I love it. Okay, ciao, ciao. Bye.